Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and three toes. I will beat your ass.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's how to be nice.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on One Ass Cheek, Three Toes, or 1AT or 1AC3T. There you go. 1AC3T. I got to learn how to say that because I'm going to say that, the ass cheek thing all the time. How is everybody doing today? It is Monday, MANIC Sports Monday.
Yes,
we
sir.
had a full weekend of draft. We had football. We had UFL football, basketball playoffs, NFL playoffs, Major League Baseball. Damn.
It's a good time to be a sports fan.
Right. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm peeing.
I know
peachy.
You are. I know you're peachy. Now you're peachy.
I'm in a better mood now.
Well, why are you in a bad mood?
I made peace with myself yesterday. It's not that bad.
Why'd you have to make peace with yourself, Robbie?
Because I broke my chair on Saturday late night.
Doing what?
I just threw it.
You just broke your chair? Oh, you
screaming obscenities.
Okay.
I ate too many. I had a lot of candy.
As he's chewing candy right now. Anyway. So we're going to get into the playoffs real quick before we go into our Brent says, where's my $20 at, Nate?
What, they had a bet?
$20. He should have said
what was the bet?
I have no freaking idea. I forgot what the bet. What was the bet, Nate?
I challenge anybody to name me the Arkansas quarterback this past season, and Brent responded later on in the show. I was stating the point.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Somebody owes Brian $20 too, from a very long time ago.
There, okay, yeah, from a very long time ago. We're not going to go there. Anyway, we're going to start off with the NHL playoffs that happened yesterday. St. Louis tied the series at 2 with a 5-1 victory over the who the hell did they play? Anyway, they won.
Who the hell they play?
Blue scored 3 second period goals, and the 3 stars of the game. I can't tell you because they're the stars of the other. Who did play St. Louis? And damn it, I had it right there. I don't know why the hell I didn't put it down.
St. Louis. I'm talking about
Winnipeg Jets. That's what they are. So St. Louis beat the Winnipeg Jets 5-1. They scored 3 goals in the second period to get to that 5-1. Jordan Bennington for St. Louis was one of the stars. He had 30 of 31 saves. Jake Neighbors for St. Louis had 1 goal, 2 assists. Braxton Sheen from St. Louis had 1 goal and an assist. The Carolina Hurricanes are 1 game away from advancing to the next round after defeating the New Jersey Devils 5-2. Andrei Savitnikov, woo!
Good job.
Right, scores 5 goals.
Those hooked on phonics are working.
Right, so scores 3 goals. He had a hat trick. He is one of the stars because of those 3 goals. He also got the game winner. Timo Meyer from New Jersey got 1 goal and 1 assist, and Jacob Slavin from Carolina got 1 goal. That was the 3 stars. The Washington Capitals also are a game away from advancing to the next round with a 5-2 win over the Montreal Canadiens. Brennan Tuhami scores 2 goals for the Capitals. Dylan Strom was one of the stars with 1 goal and 1 assist. Mike Matheson spent 28 minutes on the ice as defensive player, but he's a -1, so I don't even know why the heck he was a star. But anyway, Brandon Duhami for Washington with 2 goals. Of course, he had the game winner. Leon Drastenstall scored on a power play at 18-18 of overtime, and the Edmonton Oilers even the series at 2 with the LA Kings.
What did you call him? Drasitol?
Drastenstall. What's his name? Come on, Robbie, help me out, buddy.
Draisaitl.
Hey, that's good. I like that.
Robbie knows him better. Robbie knows him better than you do, B. You should just ask him.
I watch hockey.
I don't watch hockey. Evan Bouchard got 2 goals for Edmonton. Philip Denault got 2 assists for the Kings, and that dude that he just said 1 goal, 3 assists, and had the game.
Leon Draisaitl.
Draisaitl. There you go.
Yeah, Leon Draisaitl.
Let's see. What would Brett say here? Anyone knows Arkansas football knows that KJJ means KG Jefferson. I've been following since he was a freshman. All right,
yeah.
Brett.
But where were you? But you responded. You responded like later on in the show. So you should have been like right there, like bam.
In other words, Brett wants his 20.
He wants his $20. Damn it.
He wants his $20.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah, I didn't even know y'all had a bet.
We'll
a bet going on.
We'll give you some that. How about that?
Tampa Bay at Florida today
We'll
at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Panthers lead that series 2-1. Colorado at Dallas at 9:30 p.m. That series is tied at 2. On to the NBA playoffs. New York took a commanding 3-1 lead over the Detroit Pistons with a 94-93 win. The Pistons allowed an 11-point lead to slip away. Karl Anthony Towns made the game-winning 3-pointer. That was a hell of a shot, too. I got to give it to him. That was a shot.
Yeah.
With 46.6 seconds left and finished with 27 points. Jalen Brunson continued to be the star of the series with 32 points and 11 assists. Cade Cunningham had 25 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds for the first triple-double, but missed 2 shots and had a crucial turnover in the final 107. Game 5 is in New York. We're not going to talk about the not call at the end of the game because, I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, Minnesota Timberwolves took a 3-1 lead over the LA Lakers, 116-113. Jaden McDaniels converted a 3-point play with 9.5 seconds left for the lead and stole the ensuing pass from LeBron James, sealing the win. I always like saying that. Anthony Edwards had 43 points and drew a foul on said James during a drive to the lane with 10 seconds left, connecting on both free throws. Doncic had 38 points. And James had 27 for the Lakers. So they're down 3-1. Did you say this is a game that this is a series Minnesota might win, Nate? Okay. Anyway, the Boston Celtics has taken the Orlando Magic to the brink of elimination with a 107-98 win, taking a 3-1 series lead. Jason Tatum had 37 points and 14 rebounds. Jaylen Brown added 21 points and 11 rebounds for the Celtics. Paolo Banchero led Orlando with 31 points. Miles Turner scored 23 points, and the Indiana Pacers shot 60.2% as they take a 3-1 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, 129-103. Milwaukee lost Damon Lillard to a lower left injury midway through the first quarter, maybe a possible Achilles tendon injury. Giannis scored 28 points and 15 rebounds, and Kevin Porter Jr. added 23 points. Well, let's say the Indiana Pacers won that series. Let's see. So, what did you say about? What did I say? Did you say you had Minnesota over the Lakers or the Lakers over Minnesota?
I had the Lakers in 6.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, bro.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
So the games that are on tonight, Cleveland at Miami at 7:30 p.m. Cavaliers lead that series 3-0. Houston at Golden State at 10 p.m. Warriors lead that series 2-1. And let's see, baseball, Major League Baseball yesterday. The Tigers beat the Orioles 7-0 to complete the 3-game sweep. Awesome. Screwball had a great game in that one. 11 strikeouts. Nationals 8, Mets 7. Yankees in the first game beat the Blue Jays 11-2. And in the second game, Yankees won 5-1 over the Blue Jays. Fuck the Yankees. Twins 5, Angels 0. Red Sox 13, Guardians 3. Thank you very much. Astros 7, Royals 3. Thank you, Astros. Brewers 7, Cardinals 1. Reds 8, Rockies 1. Athletics 3, Red Sox 2. Good job. I'm so happy that White Sox lost in 10 innings. Giants 3, Rangers 2. Rays 4, Padres 2. Diamondbacks 6, Braves 4. Dodgers 9. Pirates 2. Sorry, Robbie. They did win that first game, though, with your pitcher. They won 3-0.
Skeens.
Yep, Skeens was pitching that game. He beat out Yamamoto.
He's like the bright star in your dark skies.
They got
Dark abyss.
He's like stuffing on the side of mashed potatoes and chicken.
He's like Scooble before Scooble, and the rest of the team became good. You're going to win every game that Scooble plays. Other than that, you're going to win nothing else. And the Phillies beat the Cubs 3-1 in 10 innings. So let's see. News. This goes to you, Robbie. Penguins and Coach Sullivan part ways after 10 seasons. How you feel about that?
Well, supposedly, from what I heard, they had a disagreement because supposedly Mike Sullivan came with, and he had non-negotiable list. So Kyle Dubas was like, "I can't meet your demands. Mutually part ways." That's what I heard happen, but it's just speculation. I don't know if it's true. I appreciate Mike Sullivan. I do appreciate Mike Sullivan for all the work he did, and it was just time for a mutual party. You know, the players weren't responding to him like they used to. You know,
I get you.
plus he runs a different game. You know, he wants that speed and skill, and he likes to play third and fourth liners too long. Like he gives Nick Okari 22 minutes a night. He's a third line center.
Yeesh. That's a lot.
Yeah, 22 minutes a night for a third line center. He likes playing the third and fourth lines the most. And you don't win Stanley Cups doing that.
I may not pay attention to hockey, but I play hockey video games, and that's a lot of time on the ice.
For a third liner, yeah. He was at like
I love how video games transfer to real life.
Right?
Noel Akari, like, what do Yinzer want next? What does he mean?
Coach
For the Penguins?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. For
the Penguins, a player.
For the Penguins,
a player that it's a coach that the players will listen to and follow. You know.
So who you want?
I don't know. I don't have a head coach in particular. Just I want a tough head coach that's going to be tough on his players. Not a friend.
Not a friend.
Not a friend.
Yeah.
I want him to be. I want him to be tough on the players.
Coaches. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I'm
Let's
there.
be friends, coach.
I would like that Michel. How was that coach? I forgot his name, but
my bad.
Michel. It was Michel something. He was a French Canadian head coach. That dude was tough as nails.
Who did he coach for?
He coached for the Canadians and the Penguins before. He was Sidney Crosby's first head coach when he came into the league.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. It's Michel. Michel something.
Yeah, I think he did coach the Montreal Canadiens at one time. Yeah, I remember.
I forgot his name, but I want that coach back.
Some French Canadian name here.
Yeah, Michel something. Michel Terrien, I think.
He is French Canadian though. He is. So yeah.
Michel Terrien. I think it's Michel Terrien.
Okay, there you go. I'm gonna take your word for it because I know Michelle, but I don't know the last name.
Michelle.
So to
Michel.
to the breaking news now, and you are right there, Nate, that they have diagnosed Damian Lillard with a torn left Achilles. So he will be out.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
He
it was
just
pretty,
came
it was pretty
back.
obvious when you saw the injury.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's what
obvious
they were
when you saw the
saying.
injury. Anytime you grab,
And then look back at
anytime you
it.
grab the back of your leg, that's an
Mhm.
Achilles.
That's
Yeah.
what the Nightcap podcast was saying too, with
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco and
Shannon
Sharp.
Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
sucks.
that
His
I
career
mean
might
that
be
that
over.
sucks. Yeah, it might be. I mean, he's not gonna be able to play until when next season. I mean, what is that? About a year? Yeah, he's screwed. He's not gonna play
He
next
could be
season
out
either.
2 years. Yeah.
Shannon Sharp
How
is
old
my
is
role
Willard?
model.
That
He's
sucks.
old,
That
ain't he?
sucks. Who? Damian Lillard?
And he's old as shit, ain't he? Willard.
Who? Lillard?
He's
How
like
old is
34.
Lillard? Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
He's in
career
his
over.
30s.
He's like 34.
Well, the reason why I asked is because injuries like that, the older you are, the longer they take to heal completely. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
he
that's
could be
year,
out for 2
That's
maybe,
true.
but
The older you get, the longer you take the hill.
This is true.
He could be out for 2 years for this injury.
and at that point, what's the point in coming back? Would he be in any shape to come back? I think he should just retire, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's gonna probably have to do that. Yeah, because he's gonna miss a season, at least a season and a half, if that much. So it's like not even worth
And you
it
don't
to
know,
even.
and you don't know what kind of pop he's going to come back with either.
Right, that's
But
true.
his game is athleticism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sorry
would
for you
never
there,
say that
Damon,
to
man.
this.
That's messed up for you, brother. Feel for you, man. That sucks. Power rankings after the draft of the NFL. Anybody care to name the top 5? Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, on that.
Eagles,
That's one.
Buffalo,
Browns probably got number 1.
No, they don't.
Lions.
Shocking.
Lions are 5. Buffalo is 3.
Oh wow.
Chiefs, Ravens.
2, 4.
Chiefs and Ravens.
So it's
And Eagles
Eagles,
at
Chiefs,
1.
Bills, Ravens, and Lions. That rounds out your
Who's
top
number
5.
1?
The Eagles.
The Eagles, of course.
Makes sense. They won the Super Bowl, so makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised
There
we're
you go.
5. Wow, but
Yeah,
well, I guess not.
I think they're taking in consideration that usually teams don't bounce back very well after losing their coordinators. And not only did you guys lose 1, you lost 2. I don't think you guys are really going to have that much of a hiccup. You guys may start the season off on a slower pace, but by game 2, 3, 4, you guys will be kicking it up and getting used to the way it is now.
Yeah.
It just takes time to get acclimated. I think that's what they're trying to point in on that.
So the last 5 teams of the rankings, can anybody guess those from 28 to 32? Well, who do you think number 32 is? Who's number 32? Nope.
Jets.
Patriots.
Nope.
Patriots.
Nope.
No, Patriots are going to be up there more.
Yeah.
The Jaguars.
Nope.
The Giants aren't in there?
Nope. They're just outside of that.
Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers.
Nope. Hell no.
Falcons.
Nope. Hell no.
God
Another
damn it.
hell no.
We're doing the bottom 5, right?
Doing
The Niners.
5, man.
The Cardinals.
Nope.
I'm just going to start naming every fucking team.
Seahawks.
Nope.
Damn.
The commies.
Oh my-
The Giants.
The Giants.
Cowboys.
We
I already
already
said
said
the
the
Giants.
Giants are just outside that. Yeah, just outside
Cowboys.
the top 5. Cowboys ain't on there either.
God, no NFC East teams. No AFC
There's one.
East teams.
There's one. Yeah, there's an AFC East team.
Broncos.
There you go. The Jets. Yeah, well, their Jets are at 31.
Ooh, that is harsh.
Just
Dude, I
in
was
the
just hearing
season.
people saying that the Jets are gonna be a force or something this year now, and I'm like, you guys are on crack. Get out of here.
You never know. AG's a
But-
good coach, man. We'll find out.
The Titans ain't on that bottom 5.
Yeah, 29th. Titans are 29th.
Colts.
Colts are 28th.
Yeah, see, I'm getting it now. The Taints.
The Saints are last.
Oh my God. The only
Yeah,
time
You're missing one
they're-
team. There's one team you're missing.
the only time I wish Taint Bitulus was around.
And it's
Uh,
in his
Steelers.
division. Hell no.
The Bengals, the Bungholes.
No, not the Bengals either.
Cleveland.
Steelers?
Cleveland.
Really?
Cleveland is 30th.
Cleveland.
Come on. You're no better than the,
I said
the
Cleveland
Bengals
in
and the
the game.
Steelers and the Ravens are not teams that are going to. Well, you know the Ravens are already in the top 5, so that they definitely ain't in the bottom 5. Or so
I
the
was gonna name
Steelers
them
are
anyway.
Steelers, and this is of course people's opinions. All right, it's a combination of opinions. The Steelers are 25th.
Wow. They hate us that bad.
And the Panthers are 23rd. Let's see.
It'll change once they know what the hell's going on at the quarterback position.
The Steelers are 25th because we probably this is probably Shador enthusiast.
Yeah, well, you probably don't have a solid quarterback core yet, so that's probably the reason why you're 25th at this point. Let's see. The Cowboys are 18th. The Jaguars are actually 21st. And let's see, anybody else here? Oh, those Buccaneers you're talking about are 10th.
Really? Damn.
Mm-hmm. The Buccaneers got really good on during the draft. They got that big guy, that big 300 or 400-pound dude that's going to sit next to Veda if he makes it.
And that's all he's going to do is sit there because
Right.
being down in Tampa, he's going to.
You ain't going to run on him.
He's not even. You could just run around him. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
that's why they have defensive ends.
the
So
dude is so fucking is going to be so tired that he's not even going to be able to start the game after pre-game warm-ups. I mean,
The
come on.
Steelers loaded up. They loaded up for one damn team, mainly.
one side, you mean one side defense? Yeah, they do.
No, they loaded up to start Baltimore because we got embarrassed in the playoffs with the run game.
Yeah, see how that works out for you.
People are talking shit about the Bills draft because they waited till the later rounds to draft anybody on the offensive side.
Like
of the ball.
that Jack
The
Sawyer.
offense wasn't
There
the
was
fucking problem.
There was rumors that if Jack Sawyer pick pans out, that might be T.J. Watt's replacement.
Jack Sawyer has a lot of potential. I really like the kid.
That's why I think they took him because they think T.J.'s not going to sign.
I think it's going to take, you know what, Brent? I think it's going to take them at least to the regular season to figure it out because regular season is live bullets. So that's only going to let them, know how their offense and their defense are going to go once they put them in live situations. I mean, because the preseason's got nothing to do with what's going to happen when they start actually playing.
Most teams start off slow in the beginning of the season anyway.
Yeah.
They're sluggish.
That's probably
Every
a
team
good
is
thing.
sluggish. They
Mhm.
got to get used to it. Then you got a lot of teams who have new offensive coordinators, so their offense has kinks to work out. You got the new players.
Mhm.
You got certain teams that have the massive overhauls, so they got to get everybody clicking together. It's just a timing thing for everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I really don't take too much. I don't put too much weight into games that are in the beginning of the season. I just don't.
So they have the entire NFC North. The NFC North not lower than 14. The Lions are 5th. The 7 is the Vikings. The 9 is Packers, and the 14th one is Bears. Probably as much as they're going to beat. That's probably going to be the division right there: Lions, Vikings, Packers, and Bears.
Right?
Oh my!
The Bears are like the Cleveland Browns in the NFC North.
Yeah, that's
sad,
true.
ain't it?
Yeah, no, because I can't stand Chicago. They can sit their ass at the bottom all day if they want to. Anyway, let's see. In the draft, these OSU had 14 players going to draft. They were the highest school with Georgia behind them at 13, Texas 12, Oregon 10, and Ole Miss 8. Oregon, I thought the entire, as many times I heard an Oregon player, I thought the entire team went to the draft. Jesus.
Shit, still was pretty much drafted Big Ten.
Yeah. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the draft? Shit.
I'm perfectly content with
All
what
right,
we
there he
did.
goes.
I think what we did
I'm
was fill in necessary positions to stop the run. That was the biggest issue. We have 2 guys that are suspended for at least 6 games. I'm not. To me, those 2 guys are not even on the team until they are eligible to play.
What 2
So,
guys you got suspended?
the one dude from the Rams.
Rap?
No. They're both defensive linemen.
you talking about Larry Ogunjobi?
Yeah, the dude from the Steelers,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah,
the other
you're
guy
not
was
gonna.
from the Rams.
Yeah, you're not gonna like him anyway. That dude's inconsistent.
Well, he's not to be out there the whole entire time. McDermott has this thing where he likes to keep everybody fresh, and he rotates his
Yeah.
defensive line quite a bit.
If you go to that Baltimore game in the playoffs, he was the main reason why we got ran over.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody wants to be on the show too, just scroll up on your comment section there, and I got the link up in there. So,
Oh, look at you go.
I know. Look at me go. What about you, Robbie? What about your draft? No, I mean, I kind of feel what you're going to say about the draft, but whatever.
I'm going to stay positive. I'm not going to say anything negative, even though I think the Steelers invest too much into the defense. They could have showed if they were going to go all defense, at least go get some cornerbacks. They didn't draft one cornerback or
What are y'all
safety.
talking about?
Well, talking about what we thought, the thoughts about the draft,
I said
and right now
Caleb
Robbie's talking
Johnson.
about Pittsburgh.
Caleb Johnson, he reminds me of he's same size as Le'Veon Bell, very patient runner supposedly, but I'm not going to say he's the next Le'Veon Bell. That's still to be determined. Jack Sawyer, I like that pick a lot. Strong frame, plays with good physicality. I like that pick a lot. I think he can be Alex Highsmith's replacement. And Will Howard, good mobile quarterback with a strong arm. I like it. They did the trenches. They did they did draft the cornerback, but he gives up the most explosive plays in Dante Kent and FBS. Yeah, he allowed 33. He allowed there was a stat line. He allowed 33 explosive plays in the FBS. Yeah, but besides that cornerback pick, good. It was. I like it now. At first, I was mad, but I'm coming around to it.
Who was your favorite pick out of that draft?
Sawyer, Jack Sawyer.
I
like the Sawyer pick.
Cornerback is your least.
The cornerback is definitely my least. After I seen that stat line, I was like, "Whoa, why did we take him?" I'm like, "We should have just. Do we need a water boy?"
Bodies.
Right.
Maybe Dante Kent. Maybe his nickname is Bobby Boucher.
Maybe might be the water boy. So, what was your favorite pick of your draft? Go ahead, Robbie.
And one more thing, we drafted Carson Bruner, son of tight end Mark Bruner, that played for the Steelers back in the early 2000s.
Who was your favorite pick of your draft there, Monkey?
I like our second round pick up more than anyone else. TJ Sanders, the defensive tackle. So I think between him and Harrison, they're going to get the most play time. And I'm really excited to see what Sanders can do. He was named second team All SEC in 2024 and had 16 starts in 39 games.
And who was your least favorite pick?
My least favorite pick? Oh, it'd probably be the wide receiver we picked up. He's basically just a body that'll end up on the practice squad. But at the same time, that was in the later rounds. I figured we go get a receiver maybe like the third or fourth round. That did not happen. But at the time of picking, there wasn't really the wide receivers that the Bills brought in for their 30 visit, they were all gone off the board. So getting one of them wasn't an option. So I think they just decide, oh, we'll pick one up and see how it pans out. If not, we'll just practice squad he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as for Dante Kent Bryant, he had 26 breakups, pass breakup, which is first, but he gave up 33 explosive plays allowed, which is second worst in the FBS.
How many interceptions did he have over his career?
Don't give me that. I don't know how many interceptions. Yeah, that was the main stats on him, was the pass breakup and the explosive plays allowed.
And
I don't know anything about the kid.
And Brent, who did you like in our draft and who you didn't like? I think I saw that before when I was we were talking before. But Nate, who did you like? Who was your favorite pick and who was your least favorite pick of the draft? Can you hear me, Nate?
Or are you talking about in general?
Yeah, who was your favorite? No, in the Lions draft, who was your favorite
Lions.
pick and who was your least?
Yeah. So my favorite pick was Ahmed Hussein from Boise State. First Egyptian player to ever play football. Guy started playing football in 2019. Was uber productive his last 2 years for Boise. And yeah, I really want to see how this guy is going to develop for the Lions. The most questionable pick, huh?
I was just saying hi to Yoli.
The most questionable pick was probably.
And off he goes.
Way to leave on a cliffhanger.
Right. Dante Kent had 2 interceptions in 4 years.
2 interceptions in 4 years, huh? You got a lot of pass breakups.
2
interceptions, and he gets beat a lot. Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I hope he never starts.
Yoli's a Packer fan. Yoli, who was your favorite draft pick and who was your least favorite draft pick of the Packers?
I'm gonna guess Matthew Golden.
I think my favorite one was I gotta say, oh shit. My favorite one was the one that I was favorite of was kind of the same thing that Nate said, was Ahmed Hassanin. I want to see something from him. He looked pretty good for college.
Ahmed Hussein. I think it's Hussein.
Yeah, Hussein. You forgot the end part.
Hussein. I wish it ain't Hussein. I hope it ain't Hussein because that would be funny as hell.
My least favorite pick of the draft was Dominic Lovett. He's like what Monkey said about that wide receiver they picked up. It's just going to be on he's probably going to be a good special teams player, but Brent says his favorite was Frazier, his least was Lovett. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, Frazier's a pretty good guard. They did load up on the line, the trenches, that's for sure. That's what I kind of liked about the draft for the Lions.
I'm just glad George Pickens didn't get traded. I was like, I would have lost it if he got traded.
Did you hear about the new design Nike uniforms and fan gear that they're doing this year? They're for 2 divisions. They're giving what they call rivalry jerseys. It's the AFC East and the NFC West getting them this year.
Huh.
And each participating team will wear a unique rivalries uniform with design rooted extensively in local community insights during a single home game against a divisional rival. The designs have been brought to life by pulling inspiration from the history of each market and the aspects of the community that only the team's city embodies. It just popped up on my phone. I figured I would share it.
Oh. And that's going to be just for the AFC. You said East and on the NFC North, West.
West, yeah. I think they'll do it again. It sounds like they plan on doing 18 or 4 teams from each conference by year. So next year it'll be 2 different divisions that have it. Is the way it sounds.
Somebody doesn't have stable connections. Yeah, that's nice. I'm trying to look at it now. Okay.
It was
so
on the NFL.
2000. Oh, okay. So they got it. So for the 2027 season, it'll be the AFC South and the NFC North. For the 28, it'll be the AFC West and the NFC East. And for the 28 season, it'll be the AFC North and the NFC South. So by the 28, everybody will have those uniforms. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm going to see what they look like, though.
I just think it's nice for every team to get a new, updated jersey every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like the Browns need to fucking do something. I'm sick and tired of seeing the same shit for the last 100 years.
Doo-doo Brown.
Like, at least put a fucking dog logo on the goddamn helmet, please.
Right, something,
yeah.
A bone
that
or something.
Is a cool. I like their logo. That little,
dog.
That is that little mean looking dog. Put that on the side of the helmet. It's a cool looking. It's better than the elf. You decide to put in the middle of your field.
Yeah, we got what we needed. I believe that we should have done that. I thought that they were going to do that anyway. Just get the trenches. Everything else is basically. I mean, we got enough depth anyway. A lot of them were fuck it picks by Brad. I feel the Tesla wide receiver was a reach. He traded 2 third-round picks for that. I didn't think that was necessary. But and then the other 2 guys, the safety and the other wide receiver, were just like, I'm just going to get those guys because we have the draft picks. I would have just tried to trade right out of the damn draft and gave everybody stuff and got us some draft picks for next year, but that's just me. Yeah, the battle red was sweet. There was a lot of nice, interesting uniforms last year.
I did like the Texans battle red.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp was saying something about the Atlanta Falcons on how, like, last year they got Kirk Cousins and then they drafted Penix.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to follow suit this year, they drafted 2 players from the same position twice. They like to double up on their, and they're saying how that is not an equation for success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and on top of it, they gave a lot to get the second defensive.
I
thought.
Yeah, and that's the one that they flipped. They made a big production about, is because you gave up all that for what? You can do whatever you want, man.
What? He wants to put a line in your picture? What?
He wants to replace the Bills logo with a Lions logo.
Like that.
If you Google if you can get that logo or that picture, I'm pretty sure you could probably find just about any team like that.
Yep.
Because that's not the only team
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that, it wasn't the only team that was showing. Oh, the skull picture. Yeah.
Oh yeah, talk about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The reason why I put that up there was because there was a joke about white football fans and how most of them have skulls on their as their wallpapers and shit on Facebook and whatnot. That's how that started.
Mm.
But I really fucking dig it, so it ain't going nowhere. I guess I'm your stereotypical white football fan.
Well, that's just a way to say that what was it? They were talking about the white guys with the sunglasses, the middle-aged white guys with sunglasses are all Trump supporters. everyone of them wearing sunglasses in there. It's a Trump supporter because they're like a middle-aged white guy. They all got sunglasses on. I was like,
white guy. I always wear sunglasses.
And I looked at it and it's like I looked at the pictures of some of the because you have those people that come on there and say stuff about Trump and stuff like positive stuff about Trump. And I looked, I was like, Yeah, just about every guy in this profile has sunglasses and are middle-aged white guys. Ain't that a bitch?
I have to wear sunglasses. My eyes are
He's
sensitive to
a-
the sun. I'll end up with migraines.
So how's that racial? I don't know, man.
It's just people. It's just people being stupid.
It's just as much as Shadur Sanders being outed because he's black. Like, you know, Cam Ward was black, and okay, he got picked up as a quarterback. I don't understand that whole situation either. That's just
Well, their thing is they like to make compare it to the Baker Mayfield or the Johnny Manziel situation because they're both cocky quarterbacks, and they were white, but they got drafted, but Shedeur Sanders did not. Baker Mayfield and Johnny Manziel also didn't say, "Hey, if you draft me and I don't like your team, I ain't playing there." Or, well, my dad didn't say that for me.
Right. Well, first and second of all, those two quarterbacks were better than him. I'm sorry.
Shedeur,
sure were.
Yeah.
Shedeur tanked his own draft stock.
I think it's a shame what happened to him. I do. I don't think he should have dropped that far. But at the same time, you talk shit about the Cleveland Browns. You talk shit about Joe Flacco, and you wanted them to draft you at any point in time in this draft. You are, huh? He talked shit to another. I think it was the Saints. I think it was the Saints in his interview that he just didn't give a shit about the interview.
He showed up late to the Giants interview too. I mean, there's a little things that you see.
Right, and don't forget. We know where we're going. I'll show you guys with the cleats that I wear, and they had the Giants colors, and it said New York Giants on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work out for you, now did it?
Mm-mm.
It could be. Like, everybody's blaming his dad for him not being drafted.
Well, part of it is that. It's part of that, and part of the
Prime
fact
should have been quiet through the process.
Right.
I understand Prime is Prime and everything, but there's a time and place. You can be cocky all you want, but when you go in for an interview, your cockiness should be right out that fucking door. you just shut the fuck up and you answer and you be honest and polite. Yes, sir. No, sir.
I don't think it was. I don't even think it. A lot of people were talking about the NFL didn't like, Deion, but it's not that. Deion is a proven guy. He was cocky the whole time, but he backed it up. I think that was the one thing I heard on a sports radio station that I agree with. I mean, Deion talked a lot of shit, but he backed it up. Exactly. Shedeur hasn't even got to that point yet. So you can't be talking stuff and trying to get on a football team talking stuff because you ain't proved nothing. You ain't even proved nothing.
He calls himself legendary.
Cowboys. Yeah.
In what?
He calls himself legendary. That's his tag, legendary.
Yeah. Yeah. But what's funny is his brother got drafted before he did.
Right. That's no. Shiloh was a UFD.
Shiloh, yeah, he went undrafted.
Oh, I could have sworn someone said he got drafted before him.
No, who picked him up? Tampa Bay picked him up. Tampa Bay picked him up. Yeah.
Well, he's already going to have a better career than his brother.
There's a possible chance Shedeur could get cut after training camp, like after preseason.
That's what Cleveland was talking about. There might be, well, not Cleveland, but some person close.
I don't see it happening though.
Supposedly Deion.
I don't see it.
And supposedly, from what I heard, Deion wants to be hands-on with Shedeur. Like he don't want to take a back seat.
Right. He come out and flat out said that. And that was another reason why teams got turned off by it because they're drafting Shedeur, not Deion. Deion's time is coming past. He needs to stop living through his kid.
He needs to cut the apron strings. That's the problem with Deion. You seen the video when he was talking? He was on a talk show with that lady, and he was talking about
cut the kid off the tit.
Right. And she was saying, "Oh, well, what if Shedeur says he doesn't like something that you're doing?" He goes, "What? He's not going to say that." He said, "You better not say that."
Yeah,
like, dude, he's a grown ass man.
Yeah,
he's a grown ass man. Leave him alone. He says, "No." Shiloh said no to your dumb ass. He said, "No, you ain't gonna be my agent."
When's he gonna take the training balls off?
No. Maybe he'll let Shiloh fall. He let Shiloh fall on his face and create debt. So I mean, I think he's playing favoritism. Don't you think? That's favoritism.
He's
You're
gonna
gonna help one.
he's
You're gonna help
gonna
one son out, but you're gonna help this son out. Okay, whatever.
he's gonna kill his son's career.
He ain't the father of the year. I understand I understand he wants to put his son in the best. That's what every father wants to do to their kids. But at the same time, you gotta let them go out there and fall on their face. You just gotta be over there to pick them up. That's it. You let them go and fall on their face. That's what I do with my kids. You go out there and fall on your face. I'll pick you up though. Don't worry about that. I got your back. But,
look what happened to Lonzo Ball. LeVar Ball killed his career.
Yeah. Yeah, that retirement thing was dumb. Dude, you were 15 and 13 your entire time, or 13 and 15 your entire time at Colorado. You act
He's
like
not even a top 20 player from that college.
Right.
Who, Dion?
There's people. No,
Shador. Shador.
He was 13 and 30 at Colorado. Damn.
He ain't even a first round pick. He's not that good of a quarterback. Then people are just like, "Oh, he can do this." He ain't that good of a quarterback. He played in a crappy ass Colorado team. He blamed his offensive line when he was getting sacked. He blamed him. You don't do that, because that's why your ass keeps getting sacked. Yeah, that's why you keep getting sacked.
He don't move. He doesn't move very well.
I'm just sick of everybody trying to defend Shador. Shador is a grown ass man.
He doesn't even point his hips
at the
like he's
beginning of the
supposed
day.
Hey, his daddy ain't gonna coach him in Cleveland.
There ain't no NFL team going to allow that to happen. Sorry. That's probably why they're going to cut him. Maybe that's the reason why they think they're going to cut him. Because if they hear
you're the greatest quarterback on our roster, but we can't stand your fucking father. We got to cut you.
Right. And he probably could be. I don't think they're going to play him the first year, but he'd be a second up to Flacco because they ain't going to give it to Pickens.
Right. I definitely think he does have a chance to actually play this year, only because Flacco's age, and I don't see Flacco lasting a whole season. I just don't.
Flacco would
but they drafted the other kid. Dylan Gabriel.
I know that's right, Brett. That record.
Yeah, they drafted
I know that's right.
Dylan Gabriel will get a chance before him. He was a third-round pick.
When I played for my high school, we were state champ. Well, we were running state champion, running it up. Nobody retired my number. No, I mean, the fuck. At least I was in a championship game. That dude wasn't even a championship game, and he lost a playoff game, didn't he? He was in the playoffs that they limped into, and they lost that game. So get the fuck out of here.
They had a Shador movement yesterday on X talking about, we're going to support him by buying his jersey and everything. We're going to buy all of his merch from his store, not the NFL shop, his store.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you are going to support an already rich kid. Like, get out of here. You're already going to support a rich kid.
That's like having a riot and destroying your own neighborhood. I don't understand.
I was like, I'm sorry, but you ain't going to catch me wearing no Cleveland Brown jersey. No way.
I just don't understand people, man. It's just ridiculous. We're going to get him more money. You might as well pay him because he ain't going to get no money from the NFL right now.
He got after he got drafted, he had a party and he was flashing $100,000 in cash. But while performing his shitty rap songs.
There's also rumors that he took out a huge ass loan because he thought he was going to get drafted in the first round. The salary he's going to be making from the thing he signs now ain't going to cover that loan. Daddy Warbucks is going to have to do it.
That's entitlement. That's what Shiloh did. Shiloh did the exact same thing. He took out, he bit off more than he could chew. Now he's in debt. Of course, the Mercedes-Benz did throw that suit away, but still, I was like, damn, you're already in debt. Why? Because your name is Shiloh Sanders and your dad is Dion. That's the reason why he's in debt, because he figures that everything goes to my dad. You don't take no responsibility for your shit. That's the problem.
And then he gets drafted. He gets drafted 5th round, and like they're all pretending to be happy, but showing them on camera while they're celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't naturally happy. They were pretending to be happy.
And then speaking of the Shador, when he got pranked. He got pranked by the son of the, I think it was the
Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah,
Falcons
Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Albrecht.
Defensive coordinator. Yep.
Is it John? Is it John Albrecht?
I think so. Yeah, John Albrecht.
Is it John?
Yeah. But anyway, I guess what happened was he might have left his tablet open with the number on it, with Shadur's number on it, and his son came over there and, hey, this is fun. Let's prank this dude. And there was a lot of pranks in the draft this year.
Warren got one.
But I mean
Warren got one,
and the only reason why that happened, the reason why Shadur's has got, because it was Shador.
Yeah.
It was kind of effed up, but it was funny at the same time.
Yeah, it's like, man, I can understand. I can understand both sides of it. I can understand the kid pulling the prank because that's a generation that's coming up. Is they love pulling pranks on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's
this one's pulling the prank on them. I can see how funny it is, but at the same time, I'm Shador Sanders. I have a shit ton of money. I'm going to find out where you live, and I'm going to come pay you a visit.
There you go.
If it was reversed, nobody would bat an eye towards it.
Yeah. Just like Brown when they stole his car. He made that TikTok or whatever the hell he made, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come find you if you don't give me my car back."
Yeah.
Believe it. And it ain't gonna go down like you want it to go down either. I said, I know that's right. Tell him, steal my shit. I'm coming to get your ass. I'm an NFL player. So I'll beat the hell out of your ass. I don't need to come in there with no gun.
I got the money to cover the lawsuit afterwards. I don't care. I'll beat your ass.
Exactly. You stole my shit. I'm pretty sure that probably get thrown out because he stole his stuff. So, but anyway.
No. Because you still don't have the right to go over and beat his ass.
Well, that's all right. It was self-defense. He stole my car. No, anyway.
Yeah.
Black.
I went to get it back, and when I went to go get it back, he hit me after I tried getting it back, so I beat his ass till he couldn't move no more.
That's why you get somebody wearing all black. Go whoop his ass.
There you go. DC and the DC coordinator for Atlanta, Albright there, he's probably going to get in trouble. Only because, he was the one that left the tablet out with the number on it.
Shador fans want him fired.
It was in his house.
Mm-hmm.
It was at the house, and he had it in his office. The son went into the office to get something and saw the tablet open and on, and it was right there on the screen. So he took it and ran with it. Right? He's like, ding! It's like, ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Community service.
I can't believe they're going to bat for someone that don't give two shits about them. These fans are going to bat for Shador Sanders. The other way around, he don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
You were like, who?
Who are you? I'm rich. Get away from me.
We'll give you some money, man. We'll make you richer than you are now, and you can pay off them debts.
Shador.
I don't know, man. These people.
A part of me wants to think that the NFL did this on purpose, only to build up a story behind Shador. And then, like in 20 years, you're going to have NFL Films presents The Rise, the Fall, and the Rise Again of Shador Sanders.
30 and 30. ESPN.
Yeah, that's exactly what. It's what, dude. I went to bed last night, and that's what I dreamt. I was like, that's totally fucked up, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
I've been telling people all day about it. They're laughing at me, but they're like, you know what? That kind of makes sense.
All the conspiracy theories. I love it.
Yeah. And I'm just adding to it. How dare I?
Yeah, good. That's what you're supposed to do, man. That's what makes you a fan. Add on to the conspiracy theories. Hey, I don't know who caught, and just real quick, the rise and fall and forgotten. I don't know if you guys caught the Knicks playoff game. I'm just gonna just get into
I know
that
they
just
won.
for a second. Yeah, they won, and there was a call at
Barely.
the end that should have been made. There was a call at the end that should have been made, but no, it wasn't made.
And
then the referees came out after the game and said, "Oh yeah, we should have called that." I don't even know why you came out and said that. I mean, now you just pissed off the rest of the fan base of the Pistons. You know, dude didn't call the shit. If it should have been called, it should have been called. Then call it. Then don't say you should have called it. I hate that shit. Stop throwing referees under the bus. If you didn't, just say your mom about it. Don't say shit. Say oops in your head. Don't go out there and say, "Oh, well, we should have called that." No.
Yeah, because now you should be. Now I think he should be held accountable for it and be fined or something or suspended.
Exactly. If NBA players could be held by the same standards and have to be fined, your ass should be fined too. So
I think the same way with football refs, all refs in general, any sport for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should be held accountable for fucking up. I mean, everybody else is. Why are they not? Oh, well, they got 22 people on the field to watch, or 10 people on the basketball court to watch. Then get more.
No, that's why they have a specific amount of refs that sees different quadrants. That's what their job is.
Right.
And you got your main ref that kind of looks over everything, and then you got your guy behind the defense, your guy behind the offense, and the sideline refs, and you got your umpire that kind of sees everything. If he sees something that's that takes place within any of those quadrants, he's going to throw a flag. But
and now they got cameras on their side too, and they still fuck shit up.
And they should have been able to review that too. If there was a and if they should have been able to review that. JB Bickerstaff would have went over there and say, "Hey, can you review that last play and make sure that it wasn't a foul, because I thought it was a foul." And they should have been able to review that.
Especially when it comes down to a game decision call like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst. I can let it slide and get a slap on the wrist if it's like something that's missed during the game. But at the end, come on, there's got to be repercussions for this ref. There has to be, because that could very well just ended your playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean
NBA refs are crooked.
Yeah, I don't know about they're crooked. They're not really. No refs in any of those professional sports are exactly the greatest. I know their job is hard. I do respect them for that, but at the same time, we do have good NBA refs. We do have good NFL refs. We do have good NHL refs. If you can name them, that means they're good. If you can't name them, it's because they're bad. Or maybe it's the opposite. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you only know the bad ones because those are the ones that keep fucking it up.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said,
they don't get calling a good game.
A lot of fans are talking about, oh well, if the Pistons didn't drop an 11-point lead, they wouldn't be in that situation. I mean, that's true too. But I mean, if the Knicks didn't put themselves in an 11-point deficit, they wouldn't be in that position either. So that's separate besides the call to me. Those are separate things. The call could be, the call is one thing. The gameplay during the game is another. So it just happened to have that way. I don't know, man. Well, whatever. It's not like the Pistons were going to, like I said, between the Pistons and the Knicks right now, I know the Knicks are probably going to win this series at home. Like I said, if the Knicks win this series, it's going to be in 5. I called that. But
I called that in 5 too.
But if it doesn't make a difference who wins the series, because they'll get their ass murdered in the next round. So it doesn't make a difference.
Right. It's a small victory because Boston is right around the corner, right?
Yeah.
Boston, they'd be playing.
Yep. You got it.
I'm sorry. I hate Boston sports, but I don't see any team that's
right
like on the same level as the Celtics. Even after they won last year, I thought they were going to run it back this year too. It's just they were just too dominant last year in the playoffs and then the finals.
Well, that's going to bring us to the conclusion of today's show. Thank you, everybody, for joining Brant Yoli.
Let's not forget to laugh about the Lakers losing.
Oh yeah,
the Lakers are down 3-1.
Yeah.
So let's not forget to laugh and point fingers.
We told Nate that was going to happen. I told Lakers ain't going to make it out the first round, but he said, "Oh no, the Lakers are going to win because they got James and Doncic." I was like, "Okay, well, whatever. Stars don't always win. They don't." But anyway,
there's more teams with stars on their squad than the Lakers have.
I went against the Lakers.
But anyway, everybody, you have a very good rest of your afternoon. We will see you again at 2 o'clock. Hopefully the same people will be on there. Maybe Nate will have a better connection. Anyway, but anyways, toodaloo. Peace out.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the show. Join us on YouTube, X, Instagram, and TikTok under 1 Chief 3 Toes.